Hello from the future. This vlog that you're about to see, I filmed a while ago. I filmed it at the very beginning of June, and this is classic me. This is something I do all the time. I film a vlog, I nearly finish editing it as well, like it's almost ready to go, and then I just let it lapse. Something comes up and gets in the way and I don't upload it. And I'm determined to not do that this year because it's such a waste of time. Even though these things were a few weeks ago in my life, hopefully you guys will still find it interesting to watch. So the vlog that you're about to see is a few weeks old. You'll notice some of the references in it, e.g. my book is going to be out in 2 weeks. My book is out now. It's been out for a week today, so yeah, it's just classic me. She's had chicken pox and we've been potty training, so it's really not been filming central in our house at the moment, but I'll be back very soon. Hope you enjoy. Good morning, another vlog, another Facebook Market collection. I finally managed to secure a foldable exercise bike, so I'm on my way to get that this morning. I am going on my own. You know how I feel about that, but I figure I don't actually need to go into this person's house, so, you know, I've sent the address that I'm going to Alex. Let's just hope I come out the other side of it. My irrational Facebook Marketplace murderer fear. Annoyingly, I've just driven to the supermarket to get cash out, and the cash machine is broken. So that's not the best start to the day, but it's fine. I'm going to go and find another one and then get over there. And hopefully then I will be coming away with an exercise bike and I will have no excuse not to do a little bit of exercise. I have been doing some workouts, but I had really bad pelvic girdle pain. I don't know if I've mentioned that actually. I went to see an osteopath a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And fingers crossed, I haven't really had any pain since. It's been incredible, considering I suffered with this for the last half of like my pregnancy with Rue and just did a bit of physio that didn't do anything and thought there was nothing that could be done and that I just had to suffer. The fact that I've been to see an osteopath once and it seems to have corrected it, at least corrected it so that I've had a week of no pain. Even that is amazing. I'd happily go on a weekly basis. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. I need to go and get this cash out, go and get the bike, and then I'll catch up. I actually started this vlog yesterday, but let's just say it didn't go so well. I'm so tired. Yeah, yesterday was a little bit of a write-off, so we go again today. Bike secured, and I can confirm that once again, the person I went to pick up from was like the loveliest person. He was such a nice guy. He introduced himself. He was like, do you want to come in and look at the bike or shall I bring it onto the drive? So he brought it onto the drive, let me sit on it, play with all the buttons, and he showed me how to put the safety pins in, gave me the manual, asked me if I wanted the box. He was just so lovely, helped me put it in my car, and now it's still in my car because getting it out, I just couldn't be bothered when I got home. I just thought that I can just stay there for a bit. It's miserable today. That always puts me on the go slow. Oh, here I am talking about the weather again. What's wrong with me? I think we're just gonna have to accept that I can't help myself. I've got 2 exciting bits of content to film today because I have finally received the finished copy of my book. It's out in 2 weeks, guys. By the time this goes up, probably a week, 10 days, 13th of June. This is the first time that I'm seeing the finished copy. Obviously I've seen a digital version. I've okayed what the book looks like on a screen, but I've yet to see it in person because the copy that I used for my announcement was a dummy cover. It's completely empty inside, which is bizarre. And also my publishers are running a pre-order competition with Pots for Tots, so I need to film the content for that, and the delivery from Pots for Tots has just arrived. I was just sat here at a leisurely pace doing my makeup, getting ready to film those 2 bits of content, and then my phone buzzed and I had completely forgotten to put on my calendar that I have my whooping cough, whatever, insert correct pronunciation here. I have my whooping cough vaccine today in 25 minutes. So I will regularly still say to myself, oh, I need to put that on the calendar. And the foolish thing is to not do that immediately. You would think after 33 years of life, I would have learned that if it doesn't go on the calendar immediately, I am going to forget. Obviously I put it in the calendar on my phone, which is great, but I need it on the visual one. I will finish my makeup, get in the car, and go and get stabbed in the arm. Weirdly, my midwife did not remind me to book this vaccine, which I thought was odd. I was reading something and it said, oh yeah, you should come between 16 and 30 weeks or something, 32 weeks. And I was like, hang on a minute. I'm smack bang in the middle of those, and she hasn't mentioned it. Maybe she's just forgotten, I don't know. The last few times I've seen her has been quite rushed. And I feel like with your second pregnancy, they're just like, get in, weigh you, take your blood pressure, get out. There's a lot less fluff, a lot less appointments and a lot less fluff. I just feel like I look exhausted. You know, I tried to start this vlog yesterday after what was genuinely one of the worst night's sleep we've ever had with Rue. Well, not ever, actually, we've had some real corkers, but the worst we've had in a while. Rue's not a good sleeper. When your child doesn't sleep, it really impacts everything. It is what it is. She just has a very busy brain. Sometimes she takes a very long time to fall asleep, even though we have a pretty rigid bedtime routine, I would say, and we have since she was about 8 weeks old done all the same things. Alas, some children just don't want to do the sleep thing, do they? It's not even that interesting to talk about, and I don't want to talk about it anymore, so I'm going to stop. But if you also have a child that doesn't sleep, just know you're not alone, and it sucks. Sometimes. My mum said I was exactly the same until I went to school. So only 2 years to go, guys, 2.5 years for me to wait. And then I actually will have another child who potentially could be the same. So yeah, it's just a depressing thought. Sleep's just not a thing, is it? But yesterday I was zombified. So I'm not using that footage because I looked at some of it back and I was like, you okay, hun? No, I was not okay. That was, well, I was about to say that was quick and painless, but it actually really bloody hurt. Sorry if you don't like needle chat, you might just want to skip. That injection really hurt, and also I had this the last time I had my blood taken as well, but when she took it out, I was really bleeding. And like, that happened last time I had my bloods done with my midwife. I know when you're pregnant, everything's more plumped up, isn't it? But I don't remember that happening in my last pregnancy, just like pissing with blood. I've definitely re-entered, sorry, I'm just scratching my belly. That is so abhorrent that I just started doing that in the background of talking. I've had such an itchy belly. So I'm about to film. I thought I'd just show you this dress. It's kind of like a crepey material. Sorry for the titty shot. It's from H&M, and I actually own this in the cream, which I bought last summer and I loved and I wore all the time. I just thought, you know what, I'll get it in this darker sort of burgundy colour, and I've gone a size up as well to account for being preggers. I really love these dresses, they're just so comfortable. Spaghetti straps, I'm wearing the completely wrong bra to show you that because I knew I was going to put a shirt on. Really flattering neckline. So yeah, anyway, that's what I've put on for this announcement. This is the delivery that's arrived. It is fine to be in the box for quite a few hours. As you can tell though, I'm very out of breath and discombobulated, so God knows what this is going to come out like. Everything goes in the freezer. I actually defrosted my freezer, especially for this delivery, because that's the kind of thrilling life I live. My MacBook always sounds like it's about to take off into outer space. I've been hardcore, like capital O obsessed, craving the Costa mac and cheese for the last 3 weeks. And on the Costa website, and they have the recipe on there. I do make mac and cheese. I have a mac and cheese recipe in my book. But the Costa mac and cheese is like the most basic. I was actually surprised when I saw the recipe at just how basic it was. Like there are no frills. Maybe they've got hidden ingredients that they just put in the store-bought ones, and the recipe online is like a really basic version, but it's delish if you're in a beige. If you're in a beige phase, I recommend. If you're in a pasta and cheese phase and you don't want any, you know, other things. I definitely swing between having quite an advanced palate and the most basic palate ever, and especially if I'm in a period of stress, I just gravitate towards very beige foods like cereal, toast, mac and cheese. She's beautiful. Posted a picture of this on my story the other week and someone DM'd me saying that's a massive portion. Okay. There have been days when I've stretched it to 2 lunches, but there have also been days when I've just sat and eaten the whole thing, and I think today is going to be one of those days. Here it is, the book. I'm so happy with it. I just can't believe that I'm actually holding this in my hands now. My cheeky girl. She's changed so much since we went to this photo shoot in November. Her hair is so much longer now, I can't believe it. Fun fact, that is actually a Joe Wicks book. We were in the food photographer's studio when this was taken. Andrew Burton, his name is, he's fab, and he's worked on a few of Joe's books. So yeah, Rue was stomping about the place and she just picked up this book to have a look at. So we were having a little flick through a little Lean in 15 there. It genuinely feels like such a culmination of just months of work. Well, it is a culmination of months of work. I'm starting to feel a bit ropey, and I don't know if it's because I've had a rough week or if it's the vaccination. The nurse did say, oh, if you feel unwell, you can take a couple of paracetamol, but I don't remember feeling unwell last time I had the whooping cough vaccine, so I don't know. I know other people will be feeling the same, but just seeing the news coming out of Rafa, and everything feels very heavy right now. I mean, at home we've got the general election, which I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to be able to vote out this government. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it feels so upsetting that the time is finally here, and it feels like the options of parties that we have to choose from right now. Why am I crying? I would say this is pregnancy, but I do just get very upset about politics. I get really upset with how disenfranchised people feel. I get really upset with how lied to people are and how many people believe the lies that were sold, and just how unfair the whole system is in terms of the media and everything. I mean, the 2019 general election, I went into school that day. I was still teaching. What year group was I teaching in? Year 2, I think. And I went into school, I went into the staff room, and I burst into tears. When you work in the public sector especially, and education has been so decimated, and I know people say, oh, you know, when Labour we had no money, blah, blah, blah. There was a global recession for a start, but also services were relatively good. Education was in a good place. We had things like Sure Start, which would help families, early intervention, all of that stuff was in place. And I would just rather be a broke-ass country that's got all that sorted rather than what seems to be now as a broke-ass country that has absolutely nothing. The welfare is just, the bar is in hell, and so many people are struggling. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I think it's really, really impacting me at the moment, and it's something I want to talk about a bit more. I had intended to talk a little bit about Palestine in this vlog. I might have to leave it to tomorrow because, as you can see, I'm not feeling very resilient right now. The world feels so heavy right now, and something I've really come to terms with the older I've got, because I'm neurodivergent, I catastrophize and have a lot of intrusive thoughts, and I hyperfixate very easily on the negative. I'm not saying that neurotypical people don't do that as well. I think the state of the world right now, everybody is feeling it. But I have really learnt the older that I've got to have to sort of protect my energy a bit, because it has like such a far-reaching impact in terms of like I won't sleep, my physical health just falls to shit. And everything has just felt a bit like that lately. So like on the one hand, I've got all these amazing things happening with the book. I've had some pretty astounding chats lately with publishers for something else that I just can't believe is potentially happening. And obviously, you know, carrying my second child, feeling so blessed to live in a country where we're safe and my babies are safe. There's so many things to be happy about, but it's kind of hard to be happy at the moment. I'm really not trying to make it about me, because I know that a lot of people are feeling the same way. Like the world at the moment is just a really hard place to be. I feel like I've really gone off on a tangent there, but what I was trying to say is if I seem a bit flat, yeah, I think we're all feeling it, aren't we? We're all feeling a bit flat at the moment. I think I'm probably going to leave today here because I've got a couple of hours before I go and pick her up from nursery, and I really just need to buckle down and edit and get some work things ticked off. Catch up tomorrow. I had to give myself the weekend off, guys. You're not helping. I had to give myself the weekend off after that emotional outburst that I had. I think I was just exhausted, and to be honest, the lead up to this holiday, or this little trip away that we're having, I'm finding like mentally really stressful. I'm doing that thing where I'm writing tons and tons of lists but not actually doing anything, and we go tomorrow and I'm not packed. So today is very much going to be a getting stuff. That's not for you, darling. No, where did you find that? So today is very much going to be a getting stuff and packing for holiday day. I've got to go over to, I feel like I've got to go to every shop in the world today. Like, you know, when you do all those nibbly little shops, I've got to go to Aldi, I've got to go to B&M, I've probably got to go to Sainsbury's because I feel like there'll be one or two things that I can't get in Aldi. Boots, I've got to go to Boots because I've run out of SPF. We don't have any swim nappies. And I've got to go over to my mum's to pick up a traffic cop. I just feel like I've got so much to do today, and I've got little miss with me. So that's going to be really helpful. So yeah, that's why I'm just like barefaced, chucked my glasses on. I actually cut my hair yesterday. I only gave myself a little trim. I always find, because when I'm cutting it, it's obviously kind of drying at the same time. So you never really get the full effect of the haircut unless you go and wet it again, but I don't have time for that. So I always kind of just try to ignore the first wash after a curly cut, and then hopefully when I wash it tomorrow morning before we leave, it'll, you know, I'll see the full effects of my efforts. Yeah, we're not playing with the spray gun right now. We can take that to the beach, aren't we? I am wearing maternity jeans today, and I just hate maternity jeans, I've decided. So last pregnancy with Rue, I had the ones where the bit goes over your bump, if that makes sense. I didn't love them. I found them really uncomfortable. I felt like I had to pull them up all the time. So I sold those ones once I was not preggers anymore. And then this time round, I thought I'd get some like this because I saw somebody post these on their story. So these are from ASOS, and they've got these stretchy panels on either side. I don't know if you can see that. I'm hiding my, look how outrageous my belly button is. It's sticking out so much. Anyway, ones that have just got a stretch panel at the side here. But I still just feel like I'm pulling them up all the time. Maybe I'm just too used to high-waisted jeans, I don't know. But they'll have to do today. I just wanted to do jeans and t-shirt. T-shirt is so crinkled because despite the fact that I own a steamer and an iron, my life aspiration is obviously to look like I have neither. So. Been to Aldi, been to Boots, had a little Costa stop off, didn't we, Rui? Had a little baby chino. Yeah. And now I'm going to go to B&M. I actually am bursting for a wee. But it's one of those things, like when you're pregnant, you just need a wee all the time. So I'm kind of thinking, I feel like I'm bursting, but I bet you any money if I went back out into Costa, queued for the loo, what would come out would be minimal. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking about that actually. B&M is a dangerous shop because I feel like you go in needing 3 or 4 things and you come out with not the things you needed and 100 other things. So I'm going to try and keep to the brief, which is a spray bottle for my hair because my continuous spray bottle has just broken this morning, which is so annoying because I usually buy them on Amazon. I could get it next day, but we're going to be away tomorrow. So I'll see if there's one in B&M. If not, I'll try and order one to the holiday home. I also need to see if they've got a suitcase. We don't need that desperately, but it would be good to get one. And what else? I don't know. I've got some other bits on my list. We'll see if I get them. We will see. Back home, and by some miracle, she's having a nap, which I'm very happy about because the naps are few and far between these days. And she had one at nursery yesterday, so I just thought it wasn't going to happen today, but she's in bed and she appears to be asleep. These were just the bits I wanted to get from Boots. A little micellar water for travel, my SPF because I'd run out. I either use the La Roche-Posay Andelios or this. This is a nice affordable find. It's a bit cheaper than the Andelios and it's easier for me to get because I can get it in Sainsbury's and Boots, etc. And they do loads of different versions of this. So there's one with vitamin C, there's one with niacinamide. This one is the hyaluronic acid one. That's the one I like to get. It's SPF 50, goes on really nicely under makeup, doesn't leave a white cast, so that's great. And I also got a new bottle of the Bouclem curl defining gel because I've run out of curl gel that I like, and I really like this one. It's very watery and it goes on really nicely. And then these are a couple of bits I got in B&M, not those. I got her some books for the car. So one of these Wipe Clean Shapes ones. And then I also got her this sticker book. This was the best sticker book that I could find. It's not great, to be honest. It's just a Peppa Pig one, so she'll enjoy that. And I don't know if you know the hack for when you're giving toddlers stickers. They tend to find peeling off the stickers really hard. But if you go to the edge of the page and completely peel off, can I do this with one hand? I mean, that would be incredible. Yeah, so you can peel off this top sheet like this. So basically, once you peel that layer off, it's actually really easy for them to get it off the paper because all they've got to do is like hold near the sticker and they can peel it off themselves. If you have a little one who likes stickers and you find that you're always having to help them, I definitely recommend just getting rid of that top bit and they should be able to do it a lot more independently. He has not had these yet, but I randomly bought some Beauty and the Beast cake toppers. I was just going to get her some figurines, but the only ones I could find were the My Busy Book ones. And I know because we've got another one of those books, but the figurines are about this big. So I just wouldn't really feel comfortable with her having them in the car, in the back of the car, without me watching. They're a bit too small. Not that she puts them in her mouth, but you just never know, do you? So I went on Amazon and was looking for Beauty and the Beast figurines, and it came up with these cake toppers, and I thought, you know what, that will do. I think they were like a tenner. Philippe, got Lumiere and Cogsworth, Gaston, who is her absolute favourite. Don't know if I've mentioned on here before her problematic obsession with Gaston. Like, she is absolutely in love with him. Makes me very concerned for the potential future love interests she might have. She just thinks he is deeply wonderful. She'll really like those, and I'm just trying to think of like obviously different ways for her to be preoccupied in the car. We have got her Amazon Fire tablet, but I don't want her to be just on it for like the entire journey. That would definitely be a last resort type thing. It's got a time limit, to be honest, for her. I don't know if anyone else finds that with their toddlers, but like it's not like a, oh, I can just stick her in front of it and she'll be there for ages. She will get bored. So it's great to have, don't get me wrong. I also just wanted her to have lots of other little bits and bobs to keep her occupied. I also got her 2 swimsuits off Vinted. They were both brand new with tags, but I've since taken the tags off and washed them. This one was originally Sainsbury's, and it's pink, floral, frilly sleeves and ankles. And the other one is Mothercare. This is like a blue ditzy floral print, little ruffle at the waist. I don't really gravitate towards costumes anyway for her. I like to have her little Snow White skin nice and safe. It might be this and wellies, it might be this and Crocs, it might be this and then her rain suit and wellies, I don't know. All I know is whatever the weather, we're going to be on the beach for sure, so the babies can play. I think us adults have very much made our peace with the fact that it's not going to be tanning weather. I think I paid like £3 for this one and £4 for this one or something. I got both of them and delivery for less than I would have paid for just a brand new one on Next or whatever. So very happy with that. I used nap time to make a fruit flapjack and some katsu sauce for dinner. This was super easy, it'll be up on my TikTok. Yeah, the flapjack I've baked to take with us tomorrow because we are going to take a little packed lunch. It's just such a nice flapjack. It's like golden kiwis, pineapple, make it all the time. I'll put the recipe in the description. I had some messages through today to say that some people have started receiving their books, which is crazy, and it's not published yet. It's publishing on the 13th of June, so some retailers just decide to send out early copies. My baby. Are you looking at the baby? She keeps just coming and lifting up my top, lifting up my dress, so she can look at my bare belly. Yeah, so some people already getting the book, which is mad, and I just was not really prepared for that influx of messages today, so I'm a bit like taken aback by it, but it's lovely, obviously. It's really good. My baby sister. My baby sister. Yeah, that's right. Alex has just taken Rue out on her scooter because I was trying to do some packing. She was trying to help me pack and she was not helping. I try and be really planned, as in think about what she's going to wear each day and pack for that so that I'm not taking loads of extra. It's a bit difficult with the weather because it's such in-between weather. Like, it is warm, but it's not warm, but it could be warm. If the sun comes out, it could get really warm. I hope she gets a chance to wear these adorable shorts that I found in Uniqlo. Just under £10. They got little cherries on them. Pocket on the back. Very cute. For travelling, I'm going to put her in these trousers, which are H&M. These have got a matching top, but I don't think it's going to be this warm tomorrow. But she might be able to wear that over this, maybe. I got this suitcase in B&M. I vowed never to buy a fabric suitcase again. We store our big suitcases in the garage, like little weekend ones is fine, they can go under the spare bed, but actually soon we won't have a spare bed, it'll be Rue's room. Anyway, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But the bigger ones go in the garage, and all of our fabric ones have got absolutely wrecked from being out there, just like dusty, spiders, a bit damp. I'm not making that mistake again. So we're getting hard ones from now on. I'm gonna get all of Alex and I's stuff in this one for the trip, and Rue can have the little one. Just a few couple of things before I go. Packed her stuff now, so I'm feeling a lot calmer. These were some bits that we got off of the beach. This bucket and spade set I got off Amazon. It's a collapsible bucket. I love a collapsible bucket. I have one for cleaning. If you don't have one, such a space saver, such a good idea. And it's got a cute little sand mold in there, a star, a rake, and a little spade. I also got her from Aldi this sand and water play suitcase, and inside, I'm not going to unpack it because it's a pain in the butt to put back in, to be honest, but it's basically got all these things inside. So it's got a little water mill in the lid so they can pour the water in and all the fans go round, set up like that. And then it's also got a hippo bucket. It can scoop the water and pour it in. It comes out of its snout. Do hippos have a snout? Sure. 3 sand molds, a mermaid, a seahorse, a crab, and a shovel and a rake as well. So I thought that was super cute, and I found that in Aldi. Such a great find. I'll put the link for this set below. I think this is a really good one if you're going abroad and you really need to save that space in your suitcase. And last but not least, I also got this dock and bay towel. People rave about these. They're supposed to be so quick drying, sand doesn't stick to them, takes away the stress of being on a sandy beach. So I got one extra large one, and if I like them I will definitely get more for when we go abroad. Again, I'll put the Amazon link for that down below. So that's it. I think I'm gonna end this vlog here. I probably will vlog parts of the trip. If I do it for TikTok, I'll probably put it on shorts as well, because I've been playing around with, well, I uploaded one thing to shorts just to see what it was like. So yeah, I figure I might as well. If I'm already making a portrait video, I might as well just whack it on here as well if it's vlog style. And then you guys can see it too, because I know not everybody follows me in all places or cares. You know, you can pick and choose. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I will catch up with you very soon. Bye.